Welcome back to the garage. Sorry, it's been about a month or more actually since I've really posted anything on YouTube. There's been a lot going on with life and family lately. Plus I just haven't had the time to get out here and really focus on rebuilding that axle, for instance. It's ongoing and I have a few things done with it, but it's just not there yet. So just time on task. I ran into a couple of snags and I can show you what was going on with that real quick. So I got the preload mostly set, but that was kind of a pain. It's actually too tight right now. It was inconsistent as heck, and I think I figured out why, and that's probably solved, but I've already recorded that part, so you'll see that in the next video on this axle. I also ran into a real snag on my axle shafts. I've got them coupled together, not for lightsaber cosplay or anything, but just for moving them around and storing them vertically. But the bearing surface was just fine, but the seal surface, not so much. These are trashed, and unless someone wants to like media blast them, clean them up, and then weld in there and machine it down, I don't think these are coming back. This one's actually worse. I didn't polish on it as much as I did. And I started to go down that rabbit hole of speedy sleeves, and while it's probably possible for these, because I've been sanding on this one so much, and I mean they're torn up anyways, it'll probably be two different types of speedy sleeves. And I'm not saying it's not possible, but it might just not be worth it, especially because there's still new old stock available, which is actually one of the reasons why I didn't put out a video for so long, was I was trying to figure out what to do on those. And this is actually the second version of this video I did, because I had ordered these new old stock axle shafts from a reputable seller on eBay who had really bad communication. The threads got dinged on that. Fortunately, I have a die to fix those. But yeah, these are new old stock, and the bearing surfaces and the seal surfaces are perfect. So those will be the axle shafts I end up going with moving forward. I've also got the carrier pretty much done. I went ahead and made some setup bearings like I should have done from the start. This is almost a slip fit. It needs about 5 more minutes on my grinding setup here, and that'll be ready to go, and I can finish figuring out the shim packs on that, and then it all just comes back together. So really close, not much further to go. During my 30-day upload hiatus, the channel did actually continue to grow. We actually have crossed that 1,000 subscriber milestone and gone beyond it. So thank you, Matt, for being subscriber number 1,000. That pushed it over the line, and it just continued on from there. So thank you all, actually, for subscribing, for liking the videos, for commenting on them. That's really helped the channel grow over the years, and it's continued to grow. And we'll see just how far it goes. This has been kind of a fun little hobby to do on the side, and there's certainly no shortage of things to do. I still have the rear axle to finish, as you saw the bits and pieces of before. I've still got the front axle to redo, which will hopefully take a heck of a lot less time, seeing as though I now have setup bearings and a bunch of knowledge I didn't have before. I've got the suspension overhaul. It's been sitting in my living room for the past 6 months, maybe longer at this point. It's just been waiting on the axles to actually install it. I've got the windshield glass to do, and that's just been sitting around in a box for a while now. I've still got the transmission case to swap out. It's been sitting here on the workbench for months. There's just no time, but eventually my time will free up. There's a lot going on in life right now. In fact, I actually want to revisit the restoration on this vise, for instance. A lot of people subscribe to the channel because I restored this vise, but I do think I want to revisit this one and do it differently. The paint is chipping off it like crazy. It just did not get a good adhesion to the metal, but I'm actually better equipped now to do surface prep, where that'll actually be a lot more effective this time around. So look for that in 2024. I think I will tear this down and rebuild it and repaint it once more. I've actually got another coal drill over there as well. That was another restoration video that people seem to like. I bought the second one for parts, but then it ended up being too nice to use for parts. It's actually complete enough to do its own separate restoration video. And knowing now what I know that I did not know back then, that'll go a lot easier. And heck, I've still got a couple other little tools hanging over here on the shelf that have been kind of in queue to clean up. So again, no shortage of work, it's just time, but I'll get around to it. But thanks again, guys. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for all the subscriptions, the likes, and the comments. Those have helped really get the channel to grow. Especially all the people who have shared the video around. You know, that's helped me get out there and have the channel grow a little bit more from those. So I appreciate all of you. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.